Social media buzz, y'all. Sometimes you have to make content with things going on because they have to get out there.
So it was nothing more than a show. A bit of hocus pocus.
Sorry, it was. Yeah. But that was the disappointing part too.
So this got to get out here. So we talking about Terrence Howard, Oprah Winfrey, and John of God. Do you hear me? I cannot even pronounce his real name, but all I know is they call him the John of God. John of God is from Brazil. He was kidnapped at an early age, an orphan, and a lot of other stuff. But this ain't what we talking about. We talking about allegations, okay? Remember, all these are allegations. But John of God, he's in jail right now, doing 492 years in prison, okay? So let's go back. John of God, not John the God, John of God. And I'm going to put a little clip in this video of him doing this spiritual alleged cleansing to cure this lady with no anesthesia, no proper tools to keep the area clean. The tools don't know where it come from. Like, it's crazy. And she just laying up there letting him take this alleged tumor out. And nobody has ever tried to sue this man and said he did any malpractice to him. So for far as I'm concerned, it's all a show. So John of God was allegedly, with Oprah say, her spiritual guidance. You hear me? Now, it's a few celebrities that's been out there to see John of God. Naomi Campbell, Bill Clinton. But Oprah was one that brought him to the show and made him famous here in the United States, right?
Most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera. John of God agreed to sit down with me under a mango tree on the grounds of the casa. A group of his patients gathered to watch. John of God speaks only Portuguese, so Heather Cumming helped translate. Ready, guys? You describe yourself as a spiritual medium. What does that mean, a medium?
Médium, eu sou espiritualista.
As a medium, he's a spiritualist. He believes a great deal in God, and he practices this mission already 55 years.
Born on a farm to a family who rarely had enough to eat, João Teixeira de Faria was the youngest of 6 children. His father was a tailor. His mother, a housewife who also ran a small hotel to make ends meet. João left school when he was 7 to work in his father's tailor shop. To this day, he cannot read or write.
This man got accused of all kind of stuff. So his first sentence was 118 years of rape and SA to women. Then throughout the time he been in jail, he been tried for other stuff that he got convicted of that landed him with 492 years. Do you hear me? Huh? On top of that, this man was trafficking babies. Yeah, that was his biggest thing, as well as getting these time, is trafficking babies. Now, I just want to know, could you possibly follow somebody or worship somebody with them type of these secrets if you are, I ain't gonna say a child of God, but Terrence Howard has spoke very highly of Oprah. But he also have said that Oprah is worse than Tyler Perry, allegedly.
Her name speaks for itself, you know. To know somebody's name forwards and backwards, Harpo or Oprah, that means you've become something timeless.
What was all the fuss about the love scene with Oprah? I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Oh, they cut it out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They had to cut it out. It got a little too steamy, you know. That was a little rough, you know, because I didn't want to let go, and they kept saying cut. And I was like, no, I've got to keep going. One more. We just need one more take. No, it's just, I think anytime someone gets close to Oprah like that, because she's such an iconic figure, that's like someone getting close to the queen and whispering in her ear, you know, it becomes scandalous. Even though everything was pretty PG that we did, you know, the intent behind it, you knew that Howard was really trying to do something, and no one has ever publicly made, you know, efforts towards her like that.
Look, I be doing so many of these buzzes. I forgot to tell y'all that Ellen DeGeneres is actually in the news, and they saying she looking really bad and all this. And then the allegation goes to say that she's all over the Epstein files. Allegedly Oprah is all over the flight logs and logs this and logs that too. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, okay? Remember, a lot of people got their names redacted out of there. You know, they was paid a little couple of coins to get their stuff redacted, blacked out and stuff. So everything that we see in the Epstein files ain't just minors, okay? They can tell that to somebody that don't have an IQ limit. And my IQ is not that low, okay?
The first time I saw it today, I was humbled by the experience. Ela disse que quando ela viu primeiro as pessoas hoje,
pouco, isso aqui pertence a você.
because a little bit of this belongs to you. A part of this belongs to you.
How so? I don't understand.
Because you are human.
Well, could the entity tell me, what does human energy look like? Because, as I understand it, each person that comes before you, the entity sees the energy of that
Nós
person.
temos a áurea.
We have an aura. We have different colors in our aura.
So human energy looks like colors?
Sim,
Yes.
várias coisas.
Various different colors.
What does something like cancer look like when you see inside?
Quando vê aranha,
Sendo da vontade de Deus, não.
when he sees cancer,
Deus é sobre todas as coisas.
And let's not forget, because see, I'm just little old me bringing the buzz, okay? Snoop had something to say to them girls before.
Out of pocket for way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. Worse. We expect more from you, Gail. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't Harvey Weinstein asking them dumb questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head. How dare you try to tarnish my mother's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off.
And then let's just keep it real. They was big on putting R. Kelly business out there and humiliating him too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You feel that people have maligned your character?
I have been assassinated. I have been buried alive. But I'm alive.
So I think the point you're making is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would it be for R. Kelly with all I've been through in my way.
See, we don't know who, got their alternative motives at the top. And everybody don't have to be who they present themselves to be. That's what Terrence Howard said. I'm just saying. So, y'all, that's what it is on Social Media Buzz. Y'all girl is actually brushing up on John of God. And I'm just trying to see, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, he was supposed to bring hope. He was supposed to bring cures. It's a lot of people saying things like this.
I lectured in the past few days, and I had been down to John of God in Brazil. He was a healer. And I heard that they had a closet where they had canes and wheelchairs and so on, who had been left.
Because they've been healed, they left their old wheelchairs and canes.
So in California, before going down there, I had my new wheelchair and my old wheelchair. The old wheelchair.
Because you didn't want to leave you in case you ended up walking.
But see, and I took the new wheelchair. It showed how little faith I had in the healing.
Right. And they also got people that really believed in what he did.
Através de cada ato e pensamento, seguir os exemplos do Pai, amando e servindo a Deus sobre todas as coisas.
At the end of the day, we know that it's only one God, one nation. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right, y'all. That's the Social Media Buzz.